Welcome back, Cozy Dewdrops. Infinity Nikki is an open world, somewhat simulation gacha and fashion game that has captured my heart and the hearts of thousands of others in the cozy community. You will travel through gorgeous landscapes, make memorable friendships, all while embarking on a beautiful and heartfelt story to recover miracle outfits. The aim of the game is to create beautiful outfits and obtain miracle outfits along the way while helping your friends and just vibing in an aesthetically pleasing world of friendship, love, and light. In this tutorial, you will learn some of the basic to intermediate tips of the game. At the end, and I will provide a list of in-game codes that you can use to obtain free currency for the game. I do want to preface that this tutorial that I am not a pro. I would lightly state that I'm possibly at intermediate level. However, I wanted to share some important tips with my community that I've learned after putting an embarrassing amount of hours into this game. So please feel free to add any other tips in the comments if you feel comfy. Everything in this video is as of December 9th, 2025, so things will likely change in the future. My first generic tip is learn the UI. This is really important if you play on controller like I do. It's a bit more intuitive on mouse and keyboard, but for example, notice that you have to hover over a section such as dresses, and then you use your stick to maneuver over to choose that dress. Think up and down, left and right. It really wasn't that intuitive to me on controller because obviously like when you hit the stick on a controller, it can go like diagonal and stuff. So then you then have to hit back to switch to a different section. I'm sure there's a way to change the bindings, but once I learned this, it felt a lot better. So make the UI your best friend. Do not shy away from tutorials and actually reading about items and what they do, as you will need this information later. Your Pear Pal is your best friend. More on this later. You will navigate to the tutorial section to search through what you have learned up to this point from your Pear Pal. Information on items and abilities are found here, and we will cover this more in depth later in the tutorial. Make sure to unlock fast travel locations when you see them. They glow pink and you can hear somewhat obnoxious ticking noise when they are nearby. You get rewards for unlocking so many, and all you need to do is pull up your map and zoom in on the fast travel, hit A or click it, and you will have the option to fast travel there. You can also see the different icons on your map to locate main quests, side quests, and outfit challenges. Utilizing the fast travel is just a faster paced way to get around, especially if you're working on a specific quest at the time. This kind of goes along with the map, but you want to utilize Momo when moving to a new area to search for whim stars in that area. There is an indicator at the top of your screen which will flash if Momo notices a whim star that you might not see yourself. You can then track that whim star. Whim stars are collected in order to advance your Heart of Infinity. This is your skill tree in the game, so it's really important that you are focusing on whim stars. There's quite a few whim stars out and about, but if you are like me and you want to collect everyone, definitely utilizing Momo is going to be really important. It's time to talk about your Pear Pal. When you first go to the guild, Dada is going to give you a Pear Pal. This is kind of like your phone. It's like, like your iPhone or like your Android, pretty much. Everything important is in here. So let's start with your wardrobe. This is where you customize your character. I won't go through every single section of this, but there are so many customization options to make your character really feel like a true representation of yourself. You are able to really showcase your style and personality with all of the options here. You can also customize Momo, change your abilities, and add fragrances to your outfit for stronger attacks and your purification form. You can hover over each article of clothing to see what type it is to give you the advantage in an outfit or stylist battle. Next up is the Sketch tab. The Sketch tab is where you go to weave or craft outfits. You can find your miracle outfits, ability outfits, stylish outfits, rare pieces, and whim fragrances here. Collect items as you go. You will need a lot of different foliage, bugs, fish, animal fur, etc. to weave different clothing items. Bling, which is the in-game currency, also goes pretty fast, so make sure you're picking it up if you see it. Bling does respawn, so keep that in mind. Next, we're going to talk about the store and resonance tabs. This is the gacha part of this game. You can, for the most part, gain a lot of the in-game currency to obtain rare outfits and fashion from the resonance section by progressing in the game itself. Courses, completing outfits, your compendium, Mira Level, Journey, events, and daily wishes all have progression locked items for you to be checking out daily and after completion. You will get a notification in your Pear Pal to collect these. Now, if we look at the store, you can see that we have different types of currency. Pay attention to what currency you need for specific pulls. There are two types of pulls, limited and permanent, as of right now. This is notated at the bottom of your screen. Limited means just that. It won't be here forever. Permanent means it's permanent. So the different types of currency, we have revelation crystals. This is a pink crystal used for pulls. Resonant crystals, the blue crystal used for pulls. Stellarite blue can be transformed to rubies and the rubies into crystals or can be used to purchase outfits. And then the rubies or the pink diamonds, which you earn through in-game, can be transformed into crystals. So keep that in mind. My dear friend Honey stated some great advice. Do not use rubies on permanent outfits. Use them on limited time ones instead. The shards that you use on permanent ones are given a lot as rewards, but the limited time shards are less common after the beginning of the game. One more tip for this, if you look closely at the resonance pages, you can kind of choose what you're pulling from. Look at Ocean's Blessing and Tidal Guidance. You can choose an aesthetic to choose from, in this case for the permanent pull. I chose Blossoming Stars from permanent. For the limited, I chose the Fairy Hair, which I should obtain in minimum 5 pulls. Always pull 10 at a time, unless you're feeling super lucky, but you're guaranteed higher starred items when pulling 10 at a time. You will also gain additional rewards from pulls after so many pulls, and you can collect these through the deep echoes. It's like that really small icon right there, and it's on both the permanent and temporary resonance pages. I got my first outfit for Momo through deep echoes, so make sure that you're looking at that. Next, we're going to talk briefly about courses. The course tab shows your stylist level, daily wishes, which if completed earns you different types of currency, and just overall progression through the game that earns you different types of currency. Pay attention to this and make sure you're collecting your rewards. The factions tab is up next. This gives you insight on other stylists that you will likely battle for rewards. It will also show you the rewards that you will get. The higher your score, the higher the reward. You can also track the stylist from this tab and head over to their location to battle it out. Let's now talk about the Eureka tab. Eureka is additional accessories for your head, hands, and feet. These can elevate your scores in battle depending on the type that you equip. Similar to the wardrobe, you can hover over each Eureka to see what type it is. The one I have currently equipped is double S tier elegant since I upgraded it. Next is the glow up tab. This is where you can upgrade your outfits. I'm guessing as we progress, we will meet higher tiered opponents with upgraded outfits and we will have to follow suit. Next, we'll talk about the evolution tab. Much like upgrades to clothing, we can evolve our outfits as well. I'm guessing here that this will add additional skills to the outfit. For example, the ability to fly further or even improve battling skills. For normal outfits, my guess is that it just changes the appearance and upgrades the score of the outfit for battling. The Run Pear Pal tab, this is your clock and the mini game. You can adjust the time in game here so you do not have to wait for time sensitive quests. You will have to play a mini game when adjusting time. I am pretty awful at it. I feel like I'm kind of getting better. So any tips or tricks on this, leave it in the comments down below. I will appreciate it. It's actually really cute though. And once you actually complete the mini game, you will notice that the time in your game has changed. So if you're trying to get like the perfect little like sunset photo, or you need like more of like a morning glow, or just like straight up daytime for like a picture that you want to take, this is where you want to go to do it. It's also great if you have like a quest that needs to be completed by a certain time. So now that we changed the time in the game, let's talk about the compendium. Your compendium is overall a collection of detailed, concise information on different outfits, their scores, and different types, and you also can obtain additional Ruby Diamond rewards for collecting different pieces here and sets. You can also show your compendium rating and gain rewards for leveling up as well. And I'll show you what that kind of looks like right now. The Mira Level tab gives you rewards for leveling up your character. You can get different types of currency and even new avatar decor. There's a lot of different rewards in this that are usable and valuable, so make sure that you're checking this tab. I've gotten like a new avatar and like nameplate from this tab, so definitely check it out. Worthwhile. If we tab over to the second page of the Pear Pal, we can find our Friends tab. This shows your IRL friends and also in-game friends that you meet along your journey. So you can message each other. It is really cute and just so sweet. There's also important information from your in-game friends, like Tokar, who gives you like updates on like the realms. Let's talk about Momo's album next. This shows your progression pictures, in-game photos that you take, and you can even download your photos from here too, where you can like post on Instagram or wherever. This game is definitely about sharing screenshots, beautiful, aesthetically pleasing screenshots, so everybody should be familiar with Momo's album tab. The quest tab is pretty straightforward. It shows you the main quests, exclusive quests, world quests, and random quests that you can complete for different rewards. Highlight and track a quest if it seems interesting to you. You can track quests, but you can also track certain items that you need for weaving outfits as well. You can access this function from the sketches menu. We kind of already talked about this a little bit, but the daily wishes is in your Pear Pal as well. It's just that, daily quests, you're completing other people's wishes, you get rewards for completing these daily, and this tab will refresh daily. Next is the tutorials tab. It is one of the most important tabs. It will tell you where certain items are located, when they spawn, and will also show you how to use abilities and controls. Please get familiar with this tab. It is here for a reason. The Folklore guide shows your progress with different mini games that you've played, like the paper crane games, the little ball games, that kind of thing. And you do get rewards for this. The Mira Journey tab is kind of like a battle pass if we're comparing it to other games. You gain rewards and unlocks via character level and progress. You can also find your weekly and phase tasks here. Finally, in the Pear Pal directly, the last one is your backpack so far. And this is your inventory of items that you've collected. Pretty straightforward. One thing is that you can actually equip consumables and use them. So I'll kind of show you an example of that right now. One of the consumables I found so far are the bonbons, and they just give you different randomized outfits, which are actually super cute sometimes. So definitely try those out. And finally, if I can direct your attention to the bottom of the Pear Pal, you will find from left to right the official website, the survey, which if you complete, you will get rewards for filling out the survey, help and contact support, mail, settings, announcements, and the game exit. And I did receive 100 of the rubies for doing the survey, so definitely worth it. So under settings, I wanted to show you where you go to redeem rewards with codes because I will leave a list of codes at the end of this video. So make sure to check that out and enter those codes. It's free in-game currency and it's definitely worth it. You're going to get a lot of free rolls with this. I think from just playing the game and also redeeming codes, I got a total of like 139 rolls for free. So keep that in mind. I did get my outfit from that. I, like many of us, are still learning, so feel free to add any other tips and tricks in the comments down below. I will pin some of them. Again, this is mostly what I've learned so far, which would be beginner to intermediate. Let me know down in the comments if you would like to see more helpful tips and tricks for this game, such as guidance on realms and how to consistently win styling battles. If you enjoyed your time with me today, consider coming to my live stream and cozying up with me as I play or hitting that subscribe and like button. I would love to have you in the community. My official Discord is also linked in the comments down below where we share our pretty aesthetic pictures of the game. I hope this guide was helpful. Stay cozy, Dewdrops, and enjoy these codes.